Congratulations, you made yourself an amazing PC. You bought a high-end cabinet, you bought some RGB fans, you bought RAM with RGB, everything is set. Yet, you think some of the components still look dull inside your PC. What you lack is some of these cool custom sleeved cables. So what these cables are, these are basically extensions that extend your existing power supply cables and then connect to your motherboard 24-pin slot, your 8+8 graphic card cable and the 8+8 CPU port on the motherboard. So what these cables do basically, these cables provide color to your existing setup and make your PC look better. In today's video, we will discuss how we make these custom cables for you and also tell you how you can place an order for your own custom cables using our configurator on our website. So the process to customize your cable is fairly simple on our website. Just go to our website www.voltedpc.in. The first step is to select the color of the cable, click on the color that you want and then click on the corresponding cable that you want to be changed. So for example, we'll select the gray color and then we'll click on the 24-pin cables one by one. 24-pin cable means 12 cables, 12 in the front, 12 in the back. So the configurator only shows 12. So we'll click on the cable number that we want to change the color of and then the color of that will be turned to gray as shown in the video. This way we can configure all the colors of the cables that we want. For example, the 8+8 or 8+8+8 graphic card cable or the 24-pin motherboard cable or the CPU 8-pin or 8+8-pin cable. Once you are done selecting all the cables, just simply proceed to checkout and then place your order. Once you have the order ID, you can also WhatsApp us to know the status of your order and the order will be shipped to you directly. So once you receive your order, what happens in the back end is that we have to cut these cables first. These are 16 gauge copper wires. These can be cut using hand also, but to be precise we use this stripping machine. So this is how we cut the cable. Now our 16 gauge copper wire is cut and stripped. Next step is to insert the copper wire into the sleeving. The color of the sleeving that we have selected is grey. So first we will measure how much sleeve do we need. Alright, once that is done, we cut it using a sharp pair of scissors. Make sure your scissor is sharp and not dull, otherwise you will not get clean cuts. So one pro tip, once you are done cutting the sleeve, just use a lighter and just burn the edges a bit and tap it so that the threads don't open. These will melt the threads together and seal the ends. So this is done. Next step is to crimp the male and female terminals onto the 16 gauge copper wire. Now we have to make sure half of our terminal pin is touching the rubber of the wire and half of it is touching the stripped end of the wire. And then we have to put it in place and then simply use our tool to clamp it. What we did with the male terminal, we'll repeat with the female terminal, and as we can see, both the terminals are connected to the wire, are crimped to the wire, and now we can insert it into our sleeving and then we'll fix our sleeving to the wire. So we have inserted our 16 gauge copper wire into the sleeving and now we have to fix the sleeving to the wire so that it does not move while bending. For this we'll use some heat shrinks. So we'll basically insert the heat shrink onto the sleeving, half on the sleeving and half on the terminal pin. So our heat shrink is rightly placed onto the wire that we require. Now we will heat it. Today we'll be using a gas lighter to do the process, but usually we use an SMD to heat the heat shrink and install it in the right place. But for the purpose of the video, we won't be able to shift the SMD from our existing workbench. So we'll be using a lighter. This will also replicate SMD. Now we just have to tap it a bit so that the heat shrink is placed correctly and does the job of not moving the two cables apart. Once this is done, we will remove the excess heat shrink so that it doesn't look ugly. Now our sleeving process is complete. We will now insert these cables into these plastic molds. These are the connectors. These connectors will then be inserted into the respective parts. So our entire sleeving process is done. I'll show you how the end product will look. So these are our custom extension kit. These are available in single color, multicolor, in ARGB, RGB, all the models are available. If you are interested in one, you can DM us on the number mentioned on the screen or directly visit our website www.voltedmods.in for your order. Thank you for watching this video. If you or any of your friends like this video, do mention it in the comments and do share it with your friends and colleagues. Thank you.